What's up, everybody? Here it is, my latest review. I'm back up with video, so I might as well start with this. My review of the Sony Cybershot DSC-W370 14.1 megapixel camera, HD 720p zoom, or not zoom, 720p video, 7x optical zoom. It's a really good camera. This is the Black Noir version, and if you're asking what the hell is a Black Noir, because most of you, if you're watching this, you're probably searching for this camera. Originally, if you go to any major retail stores, even private sellers, they say they only come in three colors. Green, red, and silver. Now, when I ordered this, I'll get back to this later, I'll add some more detail later, but when I ordered this, I ordered the silver version from Amazon.com, but when I got it, I bought it from a personal buyer, or from a personal seller, and it was the Black Noir version, and I didn't know that it came like this. Personally, me, I didn't mind. I was actually hoping for a darker color, but for some people, they might have wanted a silver or something like that. So just be aware, if you do get the silver version, you might end up with the Black Noir. It's quite similar. Let's talk about the physical features of this camera before I dive into the menus and the quality and stuff like that. So this camera is a lot chunkier than I thought it was originally going to be. All the other videos, they just show somebody holding it, blah, blah, blah. But this is actually a lot bigger and thicker. It's immensely thicker than I thought it would be. So you think, oh, maybe I just have big fingers and it's small. No, here's compared to an iPod 4G. That's thick. It's about 2 or 3, actually probably 3 or 4 iPod touches. This thing is thick. But it needs to be thick for the optical zoom. I'll show you that in a second. So you turn it on. You immediately get this cord that's in the way, so I'll put this on my hand. I just realized that the camera that I'm using right now to record this does not have a very good autofocus, as you can tell by me getting all close. So I'll see you guys in a second. Just have to stop the video and resume it with the better autofocus. So hang on. Okay, here, this is much better. You can actually see what's on the goddamn screen. So here we go. Right now it is on program IE setting, and yeah, I apologize for my fingers looking disgusting. I took a shower like 5 minutes ago, so be aware of that. Surprisingly, this has very few settings. The Fujifilm that I'm recording this on right now has a lot more. This only has 6. It has the scene selection, which is your scene selection. You have all your... Oh, I can't. Okay, nope, stop it. I can't see the... Here we go, menu. It has your different types of scenes, of course. For me, because I mostly use this for a point and shoot, I usually use soft snap if I'm using this setting. Other settings are easy mode, where it's basically for the unexperienced people who maybe this is their first camera or something like that. All it tells you is the scene, if flash is on or not, and how many shots you can take, and your battery life. That's about it. Next you have your auto adjustment, which I use the most. It automatically does everything for you. I recommend having it on this setting and then turning off flash. I never use flash. Only times I use it is if it's in a dark room. It always messes up the picture if it's in regular light. I just don't use it. Next is the program auto, which is the same in every fucking camera ever. Next is sweep panoramic. Now, this is one of their selling points for this camera. Now, in the past, I've had cameras with sweep panoramic, but they're hit or miss. Every camera is different. You can never get a perfect sweep panoramic like they show in like commercials or advertisements. Nobody has that steady of a hand. So, for me, it worked pretty well, depending on what you're shooting. So that works pretty well. And the final is video, of course, which, like all cameras, it's a lot wider than regular pictures. But for this, I have an 8 gigabyte SD card, or not an SD card, a Memory Stick Pro Duo in here, 8 gigabyte, and it's 113 minutes. So just to put into perspective how long you can record. Speaking of the memory, you can have 2 different types of memory for this camera. It is a Sony, so it does support the Memory Stick Pro Duo, but it also supports regular SD cards, as you will see in the bottom. If I'll pop this out. So here's an 8 gig, but in the same slot, it will support a regular SD card. So whatever type of memory you want to use, it will work perfectly. So now let's get into the quality of the actual camera. So once again, give me a second.
What's up, everybody? Now I'm outside. It's a fucking miracle. No, not really. I know I look like a douche right now, but I gotta get through this relatively quickly because the video can only have it 15 minutes long because this is my first channel, not my second channel. I'm talking too much. I shouldn't probably start talking about why I'm outside. I'm outside to show you more video and audio quality from sunlight and stuff like that. I also wanted to show you the 3 videos that I put up about a week ago for this camera, tests on video, audio quality, stuff like that. So the first video is made the day of actually getting this camera. It's just me walking around for 5 minutes talking about the camera, different lighting qualities, stuff like that, zoom, autofocus, shit like that. Second video I made about a week later. It's a lot darker. It's shows you some of the detail for macro, stuff like that. And third video, which is right here, that will be for if you want to use this camera on a TV set, if you want to record the screen instead of using a capture card or something like that. So 3 videos, 3 annotations. Watch each video. At the end of whatever video you pick, there'll be an annotation to come back to this spot, and then you can watch the other 2 videos. After you watch all 3 or watch none of them, I don't really care, then you can continue on with the rest of the video. So watch these 3 videos, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So this is something you probably never see in a video like this, a review of a camera. Normally they'll just show you some of the specs or the quality or some shit like that. This review is probably going to be one of the best because I'm actually showing you something that has never been shown before. Well, probably has by a couple of people, but I'm doing it the best, so shut up. You might be asking yourself why you're seeing my computer screen. Very few reviews actually show you what happens when you plug the fucking camera in. They just show you, oh, you take pictures, this happens, blah, blah, blah. When you actually plug in your camera, this is what happens. So, just so you know, you actually get a real review, not just what it looks like. Here we go. So I just plugged it in. I'm going to turn it on. USB mode connecting. There it is. It's going to pop any second now. Here we go. Now, by the way, I'm not doing this. So everything that comes up is not me. It's the computer. Is that 2 or 3? That's 3. All right. And if you're wondering, that's just because I'm recording. I don't want to. It doesn't really matter if I have my shit going. So here we go. We have 3 things, 3 removable hard drives that popped up. I plugged in 1 camera, and 3 things popped up. So this, I have no idea what this is. This is like the software on the camera. For some reason, it wants to say that it's a portable fucking hard drive. I don't know. But this is garbage. You don't want to mess with that. This is for if you do not have a memory card in your camera. It's about 20 megabytes, which with this HD camera is about like 5 pictures. I shit you not. So right now I don't need this. I'm using an 8 gigabyte Memory Stick Pro Duo, as you will see right here. It's right here, H. So what you want to do, there are 3 folders. You don't want to mess with private because all that is the Sony. Actually, it's nothing really. So the first, DCIM, this is for your pictures. So before I started recording, I actually dragged all these onto my desktop. I'll show you one of those in a minute. And MP_root is your video. So you get the file, the MP4 file, and you get a THM file, which is pretty much worthless. I also dragged those onto the desktop. So what you actually get with this, some people might find this useful. I find this quite annoying. Is if you take a picture sideways, so not widescreen. So if you if you take a picture sideways, the camera will recognize that you're taking it sideways and auto adjust. So in the picture, it will remember that you took it sideways. So if you could see right here how the picture is long, how it's wide, if I click on it, the software that I use to preview the image will realize that the camera told it to rotate. Personally, I find this quite annoying because the raw file is still sideways, but any software will rotate it. So what I do, I rotate it back to how it originally was, and then I go to the raw file and rotate that. So that is all lined up. If I import it to Photoshop, it won't be messed up now. And the last thing I want to show, actually a couple last things about the actual images. It's about 5 megabytes, and this is just a point and shoot. So 5 megabytes for a decent, actually it's a pretty big image, 320/40 or 3240 by 4320 for the dimension. So it's a pretty good size image. And the one thing I really am annoyed about this camera, I don't know if you can fix this or not. So if anybody knows, please leave a comment. Any picture that I take with this camera automatically has copyright 2009. So I have no idea where that comes from. I don't know if it's the memory. Actually, I know it's not the memory card because I tried it with a couple of them. It's not the memory card. It's the camera itself. So if any of you know how to change or remove the copyright, that would help me a lot because every picture, you might think, oh, it doesn't really matter. Nobody sees the copyright. If you upload these pictures to Facebook, that will be the comment. The copyright turns into the comment. Don't ask me how that happens, but it just does. So I do use Adobe Bridge, if that might help in any way. I was farting around on that, seeing if I could find anything that might help, and it doesn't. So if any of you know how to remove that, please let me know. So yeah, that's what happens when you actually plug in the thing. You get a clusterfuck of windows. So that's that. Final thing, I will go and back on the camera to give you my final thoughts on this and close up the review. So see you guys in a few seconds. Okay, to wrap up the video, this is a great camera. This is a great camera. Great point and shoot features for just everyday, any situation. Great for pictures. Video is a little iffy. The quality is good, but the autofocus can use some work. Sometimes it is focused and then it'll, for some reason, readjust, and then everything will be blurry for no reason because it was originally at good focus. So while you're watching this right now, it might be screwing up right now. I can't tell because I'll have to watch this back, but for the price of roughly $150, this is a great camera. For me, I use cameras a shit ton, so I needed this, but if for the casual, you could probably find a different type of camera, probably a little cheaper, maybe with a little less features for... It depends on what you're looking for, really. If you're looking for a good point and shoot, if you're looking for a camera... If you're looking for a camera for good video, like a vlog, this might not be the best choice. You should probably just get a flip or something like that. But for point and shoot, if you want really high quality, crisp images, good color, good everything, this camera is a good choice. So thank you guys for watching my review. Leave your feedback down below. I hope you guys liked it. I put a good amount of time and effort into this video, so I wanted to get some pretty good reviews and positive feedback. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.